Hi everyone, it's your friendly ex-Muslim. Today, we're going to be looking at the Muwatta of Imam Malik and his book on Jihad. We're going to see where the teachings of Jihad come from one of the earliest sources of Hadith collections, the Muwatta of Imam Malik. Let's get to it. So here we have one of the earliest collections of Hadith books, the Muwatta of Imam Malik. Imam Malik is thought to be one of the earliest collections of Hadith. Now let's take a look and see what it says in the book of Jihad. Yahya related to me from so on, so on, so on, so on, that the Messenger of Allah, blah, 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 said, someone who does jihad in the way of Allah is like someone who fasts and prays constantly and who does not slacken from his prayer and fasting until he returns. So we see already that this fighting, this is something that is considered very rewarding, much more than even praying and fasting, which are difficult, right? Praying and fasting are difficult. So it's like non-stop praying and fasting. You can see already. Now, someone might say, well, maybe it's talking about jihad as in a struggle. Okay, let's look at more hadith and let's get an idea of what exactly it's talking about. This hadith clearly says Allah guarantees either the garden, Jannah, or a safe return to his home with whatever he has obtained of reward or booty for the one who does jihad in his way, if it is slowly jihad and trust in his promise that brings him out of his house. Meaning, what are they talking about when they talk about ghanaim or booty, war booty? It's war booty. It's slaves, captured slaves, animals, like armor, all of those things, like land, date palms, all this stuff. This is what is being promised. So you can see that this is a militaristic religious teaching. It's a religious teaching that's encouraging spreading the religion. Why do you think the religion spreads? Because of this, right? So you can see that there's more here. I'm just going to skip that one. Another strong encouragement for jihad. The Messenger of Allah, blah, 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 said, shall I tell you what's the best degree among people? A man who takes the rein of his horse to do jihad in the way of Allah. Now, he's taking his horse. Now, what do you think that means? This is not someone that's writing books for a living or translating Islamic books or someone that's like doing khutbahs or speeches or teaching people how to pray. No, this is going on a horse and doing jihad. What does that mean, right? And then it says after that, a man who lives alone with a few sheep performs the prayer, pays the zakat, and worships Allah without associating anything with him. It's saying that this guy is doing, even more than the guy that's just living alone, worshipping God all the time, right? So, you can see that this is the types of things that people read that will encourage like warfare, right? And in this hadith, it's saying to hear and obey, right? To obey the leader. The leader commands you to go for jihad. The reason it's in the book of Jihad. The leader commands you to go. You have to go. And when you go, you have to be enthusiastic and not fight with them and not argue with them, right? The Messenger of Allah forbade those who fought Ibn Abi Huqaiq to kill women and children. Okay, so this one, it actually says that there's a prohibition of killing women and children. Because of course, the women would become slaves, right? Like even sex slaves, concubines. So you can't kill them. And the children become slaves too. They become property of the Muslims that win the battle. So this is technically a good thing that, you don't kill them, but they're just going to become slaves, right? Which is still better, but nevertheless, not like a great thing, right? Here's one more that says that you shouldn't be killing women and children, right? Okay. One more. Do not kill women or children or an aged infirm person. Do not cut down fruit-bearing trees. Do not destroy an inhabited place. So the interesting thing is, we have this teaching that says not to do these things. Except that when Muhammad himself was fighting one of the Jewish tribes, he started to burn the date palm trees, and they freaked out, right? Because they wanted them to give up, right? To basically surrender. So when it suited him, he actually went against this and he actually did these things, right? There's another hadith that actually says that when it was talking about the raids, right? That when it comes to raids, right? This is something that again is allowed if the children are actually killed, right? In Sahih Muslim, it's narrated that when the Prophet was asked about women and children of the polytheists being killed at night, he said they are from them, meaning it's okay, right? And this one, it actually says we kill the children of the polytheists, and he said they're from them, meaning it's okay, right? You can see that, right? But in this case, it said don't do it, right? And don't mutilate the bodies, which is again a good thing, right? So in this hadith, it says Yahya related from Malik that they sent a raiding party, which included Abdullah ibn Omar near Najd. They plundered many camels, and the portions were 12 or 11 camels. They divided it up camel by camel. So the plundering, this was something that the Muslim used to do under the Prophet's tutelage. He used to get them to go out and to plunder from other tribes, the non-Muslim tribes. This is one of the ways of getting wealth they used to do, and this is all halal. This is all. It's interesting that this religion doesn't encourage, this is what it's teaching, right? It's teaching that these things are okay. And, if we look at it and we look at it in context of the life that they had, this was like, they were fighting to survive and they were trying to do these things. These teachings have become this hostile belief has become enshrined in the religion. And this is now something that even today, even when we don't have such hostility, it still continues because this is what that was taught back then. So it's become in stone now that, doing jihad and taking wealth from the non-Muslims when we fight them and capturing people as slaves, these teachings never go away, unfortunately, because they're part of the religious teachings. And they came out of this hostile situation, but they're stuck in stone, right? So that's all I have for today about the book of Jihad in Muwatta of Imam Malik. I think we've seen quite a few examples of pretty hostile hadith, of teachings that are no good for humanity, of things that don't benefit humanity at all. And these things need to stay in the past where they came from. They should not be in today's day and age. If we'd be so much better without them, right? So this is what I have for today. Thanks for watching. This is your friendly ex-Muslim Abdullah Samir signing out. Thank you to my patrons once again for your continued support. Do join the Patreon if you can afford it. It's most appreciated.